Primal Chaos.
Hey guys, Primal Chaos here. Welcome to the channel. This one comes straight from Discord, and I don't know what you guys are getting me into. I think it's Tron Double D has been recommending this several times. Maybe some other people have too, or at least recommending this artist. I have no idea what this is, so therefore I'm at the mercy of the guys over there. And you know, they often like to demonstrate just how eclectic their tastes are, but boy, are they often great surprises. So this is, I'm going to do my best. In my native accent, it would be Atarashii Gakko, but I'm assuming it's pronounced something similar to Atarashii Gakko. Maybe? Rate me in the comments. I'd love to know how well I did just then. I can't read the title of the song. I have no idea what it is. I got no context. I got no preamble for this one because I don't know what to expect. So we'll just jump right in. But before we do, I just want to say this video is brought to you in part today by Enchroma Glasses. Enchroma make colorblind lenses and glasses for people who don't see the world the same way everyone else does, much like myself. So if you or anyone you know is colorblind, definitely click the link in the description. Go get a free eye test at the Enchroma website. And yeah, if you like what you see, pick up something. I use mine every day. They've definitely changed the way that I interpret color in my life. So as an artist, that's actually a really powerful thing. I've also, I'm featuring this design right now on my website, primalchaos.com, P-R-Y-M-A-L. And it's something I designed a while back. So I wanted to come up with something that might work better as a feminine design for merch. And it's this little monkey dude sitting on a stump listening to his headphones. And it just says, it has my Primal Chaos logo up the top there. And you know what? If people like the design, because it turned out pretty good, maybe I'll put on other products too. I mean, I can see a guy shirt as well, but I haven't got around to it yet. But let me know if there's any interest in the comments. Anyway, getting back to Atarashii Gakko. Atarashii Gakko. Who knows? I don't know. I'm Australian. Give me a break. Let's dive right in. Oh, there it is. Okay. What dance routine starts before the music? Oh yeah, okay, this is just straight up chaos. All right. Okay. What is that? Okay, so all right, this is super interesting. It sort of to me has that sort of flavor of that whole Saturday morning cartoon vibe that the Japanese culture, rock culture, seems to do really well. I've heard a little bit with Maximum the Hormone and stuff, but it sounds like a Hanna-Barbera rock band sort of thing. And I'm here for it. I love that sort of stuff. But the interesting thing here is it's a pretty well-rounded sound. It's not just punk. There seems to be piano in there, and I noticed some weird sort of scratchy sort of sounds that could have been like I really don't know, but like let's see if I can get something similar with a pick. They might be doing like something like that, which is just basically a pick slide. I really don't know, but it could just be as simple as nah, it's probably not that. Or it could be an effect. They might have, because it seems to be changing pitch a bit too much. But yeah, it could be like a could be a pedal or something, like a whammy pedal. But I don't know. It sounds a little bit too much like pick scratches. But it just goes to show that they're just keen on doing whatever works. They're just going to throw the kitchen sink at their production and see what comes up. Let me jump back a bit because it hit me so much from left of field that I couldn't really even notice what was going on. I was just overwhelmed by the chaos. It's so goofy. I love it. On some level, it kind of, if you're familiar with, there was like a alternative rock band punk sort of outfit called the Donners. They had an album called Stay the Night or something like that. But vocally, I'm getting a little bit of that sort of vibe because it's punky. It's a little bit less sung and a little bit more yelled. You know, ha, na da 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 da. You know, like it's more of like a chanting sort of statement than a nuanced melody, right? Yeah, but that's kind of what I'm getting. I'm getting this fun girl punk 70s cartoon vibe, you know? The dances are everything, man. Oh, that's nice. Okay. I mean, wow. Okay, that entire passage through there was just really harmonically beautiful. You know, I mean, the thing about punk rock is it's typically 3-chord rock, you know, and oftentimes the verse chords will be the same as the chorus chords. And then, you know, maybe for a middle eight, they'll switch one of the chords around so that it's in a different order, you know. But that was beautiful. That was like, that would, you know, that was sort of going up, it's like, and then they'd do like a, you know, like a, more of like a, you know, some chromatic-y sort of things. And just putting in those little colorful notes, you know, like your seventh and ninth. So I really don't know, because my musical theory ear isn't as competent as it could be. But I could hear how where things would normally resolve, they were kind of like shifting a little bit to the left and making it kind of more interesting for the ear, and then moving up or down in an unusual direction. But yeah, I'm going to have to hear that whole part again. I did not see that coming. And just before this. Yeah, see, like, that's beautiful right there. Aww. The bass player is great. And back to the fun. Even the drums feel old school. I love it. Oh, come on. Yeah, have a drink of water. Their sense of humor is fantastic. Yeah, I'm just going to go get a drink of water real quick. That was nothing like what I had in mind. Not that I had anything in mind specifically. However, hang on, let me just stop that. That, I mean, like I said, it started off really predictable. And I was like, okay, yeah, they're sort of doing that thing that a lot of Japanese acts do where they draw from really random parts of like Americana sort of culture for their rock and roll, and then they put their spin on it, and it makes it something very, very, very unique and sort of an interesting feel on the ears, you know. But then sort of, you know, about a third or 2/3 of the way through or whatever, it just sort of pivoted into really competent, almost musical theater composition. You know, it still had that punky sort of edge, but what was going on underneath with the bass guitar and the piano and their choices of harmony, like their chords underneath, was to me more reminiscent of like a rock opera piece, like something like you know, like Rocky Horror kind of songs, you know, where it's just honky tonk piano going on and driving sort of rock rhythms and just, but you know, written in a way that's not your traditional rock song kind of cadences and stuff like that. It's got more flair and more flavor to it because they're trying to tell a story, you know. I guess you could also, you know, there's some similarities there to maybe Elton John and things like that, but in its own way, it's as unique gets, and I'm here for that. Like, they're using the same tools as everyone else, but they're putting it through a different prism that makes it unique and interesting. And I'm really grateful for bands that do that. You know, bands that, I've said it a million times, bands that defy genre are to me some of the only bands worth listening to. Things that don't fall into, you know, they're not aspiring to be part of a genre. I think that's the death of creativity. And that's when you end up with, you know, going to a show and seeing 6 bands that all sound the same and you couldn't pick them apart. Because for some people, the challenge of composition and writing and being creative is to do something as good as your peers and to fit in amongst the zeitgeist of that genre or your peers. Whereas then you get people who just want to kick out the jams and just do something kooky and unique and interesting and do it with as much artistic flair. Now, are they 1,000% original? No, because they're still using the same tools. They're drawing from different genres. Like, they're drawing from cultural things, you know, like punk, or they might be using a hip hop groove, or they might be sort of, you know, transposing something from like a completely different and foreign concept, you know, of a genre or whatever. But then they'll sort of, you know, it's like how a lot of metalcore bands that have sort of they've stood the test of time, but now they're kind of searching for some new way to stay relevant. A lot of times they'll reach into other genres and they'll pull more sort of EDM stuff into their music, or more synths, more samples, more things that make their sound feel more modern and current. And I've got no problem with that. I think that's actually a really good thing, as long as it works. If it fits together and it feels like it should have always been like that homogenized sort of vibe, then it works, and it should stay that way, you know. Always be pushing forward, always be looking for what's over the next hill. Sometimes you're going to do something that people don't like, and that's the danger. But that's the danger of doing anything extremely creative. You kind of have to work. I think the best option is to try and do something that you like, and then hopefully other people will follow. But this was purely original. I wish I knew the name of the song. Can someone translate it and write it in the comments? Because I mean, I wouldn't even know how to search this up. I clicked a link in my Discord, and yeah, wow, that was really cool. Thanks, guys, on the Discord channel. Thank you, particularly Tron. Is it Tron Double D, Tron DD? I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. But yeah, we got there. All right. Anyway, listen, if you feel like I brightened your day at all, feel free to support the channel just by buying me a coffee. I'll leave a link in the description to PayPal donation button. Also, you can just hit super thanks under the video as well. That helps more than you'll know. And just like, share, follow, subscribe. If you like seeing reactions to this sort of stuff, the best thing to do is to subscribe and share, because the more views this gets, the more likely I am to do something similar in the future. So pump it up. Wow, I'm still glowing from that. That was really cool. I guess all's left to say is thanks again, stay primal, and I'll catch you on the next one.